My name is Erin Vranas, and this is my husband Dimitri, and we are co-owners of Parthenon Gyros. So today I'm going to talk just a little bit about how to find and keep, very important, a freaking awesome team. Not a team, not an awesome team, a freaking awesome team. That word is there for a reason. It's all very, very simple. We all know this, right? It's so simple to find and keep an awesome team. There's only one thing you gotta do, and it's this. Go ahead. Put the sign on your window, handwrite it, your position, qualifications, don't be a crybaby, masters in SIM, which is shutting your mouth, and able to read your schedule. Yes, has this ever worked for any of you? Yeah, Gene? Bob, you put that sign on your window?
This is from Bob's restaurant, by the way.
Brings everybody, brings the great ones, right? Okay. Obviously not. Don't do that. This doesn't work. It's much more complicated than that. We all know that. That's why we're standing here right now. However, there are some tricks that we can do. So we're going to cover a lot today, from like how to find people, how to hire them, how to target people, what things to use basically, and then ultimately how to keep them using culture and structure and different training and stuff like that. So I have a tendency to do way too much and cram way too much in the space that I'm allowed. So I'm just going to keep talking, and if you guys have any questions at the end, we can talk about things like that at the end. Anyway, go for it. So attracting the right people is hard, keeping them is harder. These are our stats for our restaurant where we've employed these techniques. So it does work for us. Using these following techniques increase our number of staff from 11 to about 30. It decreased our turnover. In 2016, we were at 121% turnover. Industry average is about 150% right now for the quick service industry. About 100% for full service. It depends which one you're quoting, but in general, I'm seeing 150% right now, which sucks. 2017, we got down to 83%, 2018, 23%, went up a tiny bit, but I'm still really happy with 2019, and right now we're sitting at 3%. So this stuff works. Our current average employee tenure is 2.2 years, which I'm pretty happy with, because with a staff of about 30 and 65% of them being students, that's kind of cool, because students tend to, rotate through the doors a little bit more than normal people. That's awful. You know what I mean? Next. Alright, so how to attract the right people? First of all, you need to define your ideal hiree. If you don't know who you're looking for, it's like playing a balloon game at a fair with a blindfold on, and you're throwing a dart and hoping that there's a great prize under that balloon. But first you need to define them. So, for example, let's say that, like for us, we're looking for a Gen Z UW student at the University of Wisconsin, and we want them to be a people person, want them to be confident and friendly, but not annoyingly cool girl, because nobody wants those cool guys. Smiley, you want to have fun at work. You want people who say hello and goodbye without you telling them to say hello and goodbye. So this is the person that I'm looking for. So we set these parameters first. And then, of course, obviously, be open to all people. So just because you're targeting this person, you might get someone that's from Gen X or a baby boomer or whatever, and it's totally out of your target, and that's okay, but at least you know what you're shooting for, because then you can tailor your ads and your benefits, and you can meet them where they're at. So, step 2, tailoring ads and benefits to fit them. You want to use words that they use pictures, playful fonts. Like for my target, which is going to be the Gen Z, they aren't going to respond as well to like professional advertisements, and if I use words that they don't work, that they don't use those. So I need to be approachable, and I need to meet them where they're at, which is setting up at university events for this specific target. Leaving flyers in UW cafeterias. I can target them with social media post boosts, and of course peer referrals, like my staff, who are the people that I want. Those are very best. All right. I talk really fast about it. Okay, so be visible in your community and active on social media. This will put you out there. You want to be visible in your community, because then you're building trust. You're creating that sense of, I guess, camaraderie. People are trusting you. People want to work for someone that's physical, right? So be out there. Different things you can do is volunteer. So we volunteer a lot with like our food pantry in Madison. We've done random things like the National Guard when there was flooding and stuff like that as a restaurant, which is cool because it involves your staff in something bigger. It gives them some purpose, but it also shows like, hey, we care, right? Participate in events, be featured in articles, get on the news regularly, give presentations at schools, and then obviously be active on social media because we want to generate that following too. And in order to do that, you have to post good stuff. So you can't just be posting random crap, like post interesting things that people are interested in. Alright. So higher pay and perks get people in the door. This is the first thing that people look at when they're searching for jobs. They're looking at the pay, they're looking at the perks. So even though that's what gets them in the door, the culture is what keeps them there. So if you think that it's too expensive, and I hear this over and over again from people that it's too expensive to pay more, it's too expensive to offer benefits. Well, maybe, but what's your alternative? Because everyone's getting there, and why not be the first there and have a plan rather than be forced to be there? My argument is that it's an investment in your people, and the result is going to be increased sales and profits, which cover those costs. So it's a cycle. If your team is happy, if you pay them more, if you offer perks, and whatever it might be, whatever you can do, then they're going to make your guests happy, your business is going to be happy, and ultimately, you're going to be happy. No, don't do that yet. So no one talks real numbers, which is why this gets a little bit scary for people, the pay, the perks, whatever, how much can I do, Well, we don't really talk real numbers, so I wanted to give you guys a real example of what we do and how much it costs us every year. The restaurant with 30 people, now obviously not everyone participates in say like the health insurance or whatever, but there's a fair few that do. Because I feel like if you have a plan and if you know real numbers, then it's a little bit less scary. So, now you can. Yeah. So, the reality is it's worth it and you can do it. This is our last year's annual actual cost of the perks that we offer. We do a $200 signing bonus, which it was less than $2,000 last year, but around that. And it's obviously lower with lower turnover. Health insurance is $15,000, which cost us last year. Dental insurance didn't cost anything, but we're on a plan, so our employees get a discounted dental insurance, so you can offer that. Free food's about $10,000, paid time off is about $5,000, birthday and Christmas gifts about $2,000, and then a $200 staff referral bonus, which is about $600. Now, yeah, it seems like a lot. It adds up to $34,600, depending on like who you are as a restaurant. Maybe you're a huge restaurant, maybe you're a small restaurant, but ultimately, if you calculate turnover cost per restaurant employee, and let's say it's 150%, right? Now, average turnover cost per restaurant employee is between $2,000 and $6,000. That's a lot of money. So ultimately, what we found with us anyway is that by doing this, since we started doing this, our turnover, you saw the numbers, has decreased drastically. And our profits and sales have gone up a crazy amount, well enough to cover that plus more, and then we have extra to give back in raises. So this is working for us. Whether you guys want to implement it or not, it's working for us. Next. Okay, so now we need to get creative in advertising these open positions. So I suggest creating creative job names and descriptions. No one aspires to be a dishwasher in general. You don't go up to someone and say, "Hi, I'm Erin. I'm a dishwasher," which is cool. Like, I'm proud. I started that way. I started dishwashing and serving, and I'm sure a lot of us did. But let's give them something that they can be proud of. Rather than advertising, "I have a dishwasher position," why don't you say something, and this is a little corny, yes, but that's what it works. Restaurant sanitation specialist, or a host, a guest experience guru. I actually have that out right now. It's goofy. Guest experience guru. Could you imagine saying your host is that? But you know what? It's actually working. And I just got 54 applications, which is ridiculous because in the past I was getting like 3 if I'm lucky. Now, not all 54 are great, but it is what it is. Server, call them hospitality professional, cashier. Maybe you could call them a payment coordinator. So yeah, it's a little goofy, but at least you're attracting someone who wants maybe a little bit more of a career job and wants a different title. Other things that we do, this is a description of an ad that we're running right now. I always say join our family. I never say help wanted or now hiring, and we'll go into that in a minute. Parthenon Gyros is growing, and we're looking for awesome new people is growing is also a great thing to say, because otherwise you're saying, we're looking for help. That screams desperation, and no one wants to work for a desperate place. So we're growing, join our family, be a part of something. Now you have some sort of purpose too. The next thing I do is I list the benefits that I'm going to provide them. And the reason why I list those benefits first is because no one cares what they can do for you, but they want to know, what can you do for me? So first tell them, what are you going to do for them? Why are they going to enjoy working with you? And then afterward you can say, okay, this is who we're looking for. We're looking for this personality. These are some of the descriptions. Then you can say dishwashing included, or so on and so forth. All right. Multi-channel advertising is super important, because as millennials and Gen Z, I'm a Mormon, we use a whole bunch of devices. Like this morning I was just using 4 different devices at the same time, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm totally a millennial. Even the way I just said that was so millennial. But the point is, we're so distracted, right? So we need to combat that noise. And in order to get your point across to someone, you need to reach them on a whole bunch of different channels, which means you need to cross-post. It's not just one sign anymore on your window. It's not just one advertisement that you run in your newspaper. Be everywhere. And it sounds like a lot of effort, and it is, but the thing is, you can use different apps to like post it somewhere, and then it'll automatically post it in different places. And we'll go through different places that you can post it to. But you have to be consistent with your branding and ads across the channels in order to be iconic and for people to see you and pick you up. They have to see you several times. Alright. So in-store signage, what never to do. Don't post help wanted or now hiring signs. I know that everyone does it, but I walk down the street and I just kind of cringe, because I just think, wow, that's really desperate. Post, join our family, join our team, some other sort of like encouraging, positive message. Snarky signs, we've all been there, and I felt jaded and snarky in the past too, and I've posted those signs too. But ultimately, that's the person that you're going to be attracting if you post signs like that. So I really like this one because it says, please do not apply if you oversleep, have court often, do not have a babysitter every day, have to get rides, experience flat tires every week. So this person is clearly very jaded, and that's the kind of person that they're going to attract if they're posting signs like that. So there are signage do's and don'ts. Handwritten signs, can't really do that anymore because it's lazy. I'm sorry, it is, but it's so easy to go to canva.com. It's free. You create a super cute sign, you print it out, and it's done. And at least it's a little professional, and you're showing those potential hires that you're invested in this place, you have energy, and that you're someone that they want to work with. Okay, signage do's. I already told you I like join our team. I like saying why they'll love working with, not for us. What's in it for them, not what you expect from them. Posters, if you strategically place them in lingering areas in your restaurant, this works pretty well. I like to place them, we're a counter service restaurant, so I place them where people line up. Like, for example, if they're lined up the door or whatever, they can see it right there. On the back of bathroom stalls, because people go in there and they sit for a second and they actually have time to look at it. Table tents, it's nice to do that, but stagger it. So you don't want hiring signs on every single table, because that, again, looks desperate. But if you put it on like the second page on one table and the first page on another, like, that's a good way to get your message out. Flyers, if you put it at the counter or at like a magazine rack, people can take those with. And then, yeah, don't overdo it, but get it out there. Okay, next. Posting on social media. You want to cross-post your job listings for maximum reach. We use Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Twitter is whatever, but we have great followings on Facebook and Instagram, and so we're able to get different audiences by posting to these different places. We mix them in periodically with regular posts so that we're not constantly inundating our crowd with, please come work with us. Pictures, you want to show beautiful food in your team while they work. Hiring videos of your team, these are cool. Their words, their reviews are more trusted than our words, because we're trying to sell them something, right? We're trying to sell them an open position. So if you get your staff to do these videos for you, and our staff, a lot of them are young and they like doing stuff like that. And so we actually have some people that are doing videos for us right it gives them something fun to do, and it gives them great material too. Make your job post content interesting and shareable. We did this one time where we did community referrals. Like, hey, refer someone to work with us and we'll give you €3 for a year. Which sounds like a lot, but if you do one a week and there's only €52, like it's not going to break the bank. Plus, tons of people shared it and no one did it anyway. Like, we got the referral. They didn't type in any referrals, so we didn't end up giving it, but we got a lot of exposure from that. Using keywords and hashtags in job descriptions, this is great because people follow hashtags, they follow keywords, so, and then you can also put like dishwasher and cashier in the description, but not in the job description. And then sponsor and booster posts. Okay, different hiring sites. We use the ones on the left. I've had great success with the sites on the left. I hate Craigslist, but if you use it, great, fine. Snag a Job 15 and Career Flow. I haven't used those before, but people have been hearing about them, so I threw them out there for you. But yeah, definitely the ones on the left are gold. Okay, this is really important to do an online application. We have a custom online application that I made. You can make it through Google Forms, or I use JotForm. It's all free. You create your own application and make it extensive and make them actually go through it, make it thought-provoking, because this is your first test. It's the ultimate test. If they can't put forth thought and effort in the application to fill it out and really put thought into it, how are they going to be as employees? So this is a really good test. Everyone has to fill it out. Absolutely everyone has to fill out the online application, unless there's like a rare ADA exception that will do some types of applications, which is fine. We don't just accept generic resumes. If people want to put a resume on the end of it, cool, but they have to fill out my questions and put some thought into the answers. I contact them back immediately. I just got an application like 15 minutes ago, and within 5 minutes I contact them back saying, hey, thanks for submitting your application, thanks for your interest in working with us, any questions I might have, or set up an interview, because everyone's hiring, right? So if you don't contact them back right away, you've lost them. It's kind of like a catering order. If you don't contact them back right away, you might have lost it. Structured interviews. We have interview sheets where we fill out, we ask specific questions, and we fill out the questionnaire, and then we rate them 1 through 5. I'm like, hey, how did the staff like it? How was their eye contact? How was their handshake? Just like little things like that, so we can kind of get to know who this person is, because we only have a half hour before we invite them into our family. So it's a big deal, right? Don't forget to contact previous employers. I feel like in a desperate position, a lot of us are like, oh, we need people, and we're going to hire anybody. Don't do that. We just did it a couple days ago where the guy seemed great, right? We're contacting a couple previous employers and found out the exact opposite. They use on the no hiring risk. So it's just good to get these opinions. Don't overlook that. Next.
Where did you get that application that you could create?
Jotform.com. JOT form. Otherwise, Google Forms. They both have free ones. If you want, go to our website. That's parthenonnews.com/apply, and you can just use what I used to. I made it, but it's good questions in there, like to make that job. Oh, yeah. All right. So staff referrals are number 1 from your great staff. So we like to do this and give our staff incentive to go and find people. They do the legwork for you, and if they're cool people, then they know other cool people. So we do a $200 to $300 bonus depending on how many people we need and whatever for staff if they refer someone, and if that person stays for over 3 months, because you can't just apply for be there for 1 week. That's not worth it. I also give them referral flyers, because it's awkward when you go out and you're like, hey, do you want a job? So then you at least give them a piece of material where they can be like, hey, that's it, whatever, or I'm just going to drop it in a school cafeteria and run away. I don't care, as long as I'm getting the people. And I'm good. Okay. Other hiring materials that we use are comp cards. I always have free Euro cards on me. If I like someone, I'll just go up to them and be like, hey, here's a free Euro. Come join us. Come visit us sometime. Tell them a little bit about it, right? Discount cards that we'll do if you don't want to give out an entire free sandwich. You can do a discount. Free Euro with a Euro meal purchase. Join our team. Here's the website. And then this one's a little bit more boring, but the one on the right is just a hiring card. I always have those on me too, in case I'm in a mood and I don't want to give out free food. Like Dimitri's the one who gives out the free food a lot, and I'm always in a mood. I'm like, here's a hiring. I'm just kidding. Okay. Anyway, but always give before you receive. This is really important. We trust people who give first, right? So give first. If you want something from them, give them something. So it creates trust in a bond. Okay, this is our golden rule. We don't poach. We are all in this tough time together. Don't be a dick. Sorry. Really. Just be the best. If you build it, they will come. I know it's cliche, but really, like, have a great place and they will come. Okay, you got them. Now keep them. This is constant, conscious effort. It is a lifestyle. It is not a task. It's not like, okay, I'm going to do this and they're going to stay forever. It doesn't work that way. We need to actually shift our perspective. I feel like I'm competing with this guy. Okay, next. So, next part. Shift your perspective, change your life. You need to be the living representation of your vision and your values at the restaurant. Do right always, regardless of who's looking, because that's what you expect of your staff too, right? Treat everyone with respect and love and only accept the same back. I know that sounds like totally neo-hippie, but you're giggling over there. But really, treat everyone, love everyone, and then they'll get the same back to you. And if you don't, get rid of them immediately. Or if they don't get that back, get rid of them. Okay, put your employees first. I have this example when I first, I first went to this one meeting at this one place. And this old dude got up in front of us and he started saying something along the lines like, the customer is always right and the customer always comes first. And that's cool. And that's how it was for a very long time. But at this point, our staff comes first, always. Because if your staff is happy, if you are there for them and you do everything you can to make them happy, they in turn are going to make your customer happy. So we always need to put them first. And then practice servant leadership. This is something that we preach to all of our leaders that we try to live. We exist to serve our staff, not the other way around. They don't exist to serve us. They're not indebted to us for anything. We always treat our staff as volunteers, even though they're getting paid. All right. Time out. Okay. Next part. Take 100% responsibility. This is something that Dimitri and I started doing a couple years ago. And it's helped with our frustration levels a lot. Like if something goes wrong, rather than getting upset with the person who did something wrong or at the situation, rather we try to test it and look at it like, okay, what could I have done differently? What can I do differently going forward? What systems and processes can I create to prevent such and such a thing from happening? Don't blame anyone but yourself. No poor me victim mentality. That's just kind of what we call it, victim mentality, when we start to put all of the issues out on everyone else. And yeah, when things go wrong, like, how can I fix this? Find patterns, find solutions. So I have a couple examples here. So for example, no call, no show. Rather than getting upset, say, well, okay, what can I do better to prevent this? And then come up with some ideas. So could I have better hiring protocol? Could I systematize my training better? Am I friendly and kind enough, or am I just kind of being an indifferent douche? Is there a cancer in the ranks? Do I need to hire more people with fewer hours in order to have backups? That's been a tremendous help for us. More people, fewer hours, they're happier, we're happier, it's gold. Can't find anyone good to work? Well, what can I do better to attract people? Don't blame it on this generation or unemployment. Yes, we do have issues with those things, but honestly, I'm just kind of tired of hearing about that. It's people are using it as a crutch, not to get better and better themselves in their restaurants personally. So your idea for that is just do what I'm saying. All right. This is something we talk about often. Have higher than ever standards for both yourself and your staff. This is very counterintuitive. It's very hard right now because we're all in this situation where we're kind of desperate, right? But now, more than ever, we need to have really high standards. So you need to define them and, stick to it, basically. No call, no shit. No shows are no pay. We have that written specifically in our handbook, and you're out. We don't put up with it. Because then you're proving to other people that that's okay. If you let it slide, you're letting everyone else know that it's okay. And I know that there's something scary, like, oh, if I fire them, I'm down a person and I'm more desperate. we've definitely felt that. But ultimately, if we let it happen, then we're letting it happen, and maybe next time it'll happen with 2 people, and we'll be even more desperate. So basically, what you permit, you promote. Have higher standards. It's now more important than ever. Just don't relax on this. All right, cut out cancers ASAP. That's just what we call them. They pollute your restaurant with negative energy. They bring everyone else down. They suck to be around. It infects your very delicately crafted and fragile culture, which can destroy everything, and it makes good people quit. And I think that that's the worst of it. Cancers make good people quit. You have to think of culture as your reputation. It takes a really long time to build, and it can come crashing down very, very quickly. So you have to protect it, and you have to protect your good people. Okay, structure. Lots of structure. We do engaging interactive training. This new generation is experience-based and gamified and structured. And so job shadowing is not good enough anymore. You need specific training programs and manuals. I suggest doing video training with QR codes. We have some staff who love doing that stuff, and so they're creating all of this for us. So if you've got, especially like young college-age staff who are interested in, say, for example, resume building for themselves, take advantage of that. Of course, you're going to pay them, but it's great material. You can do interactive and flashcard quizzes. We always assign a trainee to a dedicated trainer and mentor, because that way you have someone to go to. The first weeks are awful for new girls. It's just awful. It's awkward. You don't know anyone. You don't fit in. You're not comfortable. And so then it's our job to cut out the awkwardness of those first couple of weeks and make them feel super comfortable and wanted. Stay with me. All right, so after training, give autonomy with continuous check-ins. So yeah, you do need to give them independence, but this doesn't mean you just let them have free reign because you're all trained in. You need to give them that power and autonomy, but check in with them, setting specific goals in quantity and in quality. So say, for example, like tomatoes. Let's give a really simple example. I want you guys to cut this this box of tomatoes within 20 minutes, and then like give them goals and time limits and stuff like that. That's a simple example, and then obviously there are bigger ones, sales goals and stuff like that. Define the goals and expected pay raises for achieving goals. This is all clarity and communication, and people will perform what you want them to do if everything's defined. And then give them a path to advancement. Maybe you're a small restaurant. We're a small restaurant. We only have one unit, but we have a bunch of different paths to advancement. It could be something as simple as like our leadership training. We have a leadership training course. Or like if someone wants to become a HACCP manager, we have a HACCP manager course. If they want to do Euro cutting training, that's an 8-hour training with Dimitri, and then they get paid more for it. So ultimately, if you create these little programs, then you give people goals and they don't feel stagnant in your organization. All right, culture keeps them. Culture is our values and standards for how we all think and act that contribute to our positive environment. You need to protect and nourish your culture like it's your baby. And then I found this graph. I went to this seminar a while ago that he was talking about maximum happiness at work, and ultimately everyone wants play. Whenever we interview people, and we ask them, what makes you stick around for a long time at a job? They say it's the culture, it's the environment, it's how I feel there. 95% of people answer that way. 5% of people say pay. So you know how I said earlier, pay and perks attract them, but culture keeps them there? It's important to keep them. All right, practice Whale Done. This is a book by Kenneth Blanchard. It's brilliant, and it's changed everything for us. It encourages the behavior you want by letting people know the good or bad consequences of their actions immediately and effectively. So the whole premise to this book is to catch people doing things right. So often we catch people doing things wrong and we don't acknowledge when they've done something right, and that sucks. Acknowledge them immediately, reward performance, celebrate little successes, even if they don't get something quite right. Acknowledge that they're trying and keep them going. Encourage them to keep it up. The last part of Whale Done is redirecting wrong behaviors. So describe the behavior right away, pull them off the side right away. Don't wait till later. Describe it and without blame. Take responsibility for lack of clarity. Review the task in detail and ensure that they understand. And then let them know that you trust them and have confidence in them. It's super important that any sort of bad interaction ends positively, so that you're leaving them with that sort of sense that you trust them. Okay, 2 slides left. You got it. How to keep the great ones. Communicate. This is super important. Be super communicative. You're actually over communicative. You let people know everything, and it's working well. Let them be heard. We have employee surveys. We do staff meetings and leadership meetings. We ask for their opinions. We involve them in everything. That way they've got ownership in the organization, and they feel like their opinion matters, because it does. Provide flexibility. Homebase is a scheduling app. It has been tremendous. It's changed our entire organization. We started out with the free version of it, and now we pay like $20 a month or something, and it's just absolutely worth it. It's everything in that we use it for messaging thread and celebration thread and shift changes and covers, and they do everything on that app. We put an extra person on tough shifts, so we're open Friday and Saturday night, and our late night shift goes from 11 p.m. until 4 a.m. And that's a really hard position to fill in. So what we do, we need 5 people on that shift. We will schedule 6 people on that shift. If one person wants to leave, you give them that option, go home. That's fine. But if you want to stay, awesome. I will pay you to be there. But at least they've got that power and that autonomy to feel like it's their decision whether they want to stay or leave. Give them that flexibility, especially on those difficult shifts. Collaborate to improve the restaurant. We have people, like I said, creating training videos right now. Our staff lead the staff and leadership meetings. There are resume building projects for student staff. I have one kid who's an engineering student putting together a project like to do Euro time and temperature stuff for me right now. Create trust and community with your team, and make work fun, because maximum happiness at work is play. So I know that this is an absurd amount of stuff, and I remember 3 years ago, sitting right here and hearing someone talk about all the stuff that I should be doing and feeling so overwhelmed, because how on earth can I do all of that stuff when I can barely keep my head above water and keep my restaurant going? And so we just decided to take it one step at a time and to make one small improvement every day to the restaurant. Not every day, a couple a week, and we write them down too, and then that way too you feel like you're accomplishing something. So just take it one step at a time. Don't get overwhelmed, and if you ever want to chat, let's chat. All right, thank you guys so much for your attention.